formed in 1946 by farmers and business owners because they needed a community bank that knew them and understood their business. A lot has changed since then, but Merchants and Planters Bank is still employee-owned and operated, and we're still committed to knowing and understanding the needs of every customer we serve. Great rates, fast turnarounds, and experienced local bankers ready to work for you. That's why you should choose Merchants and Planters Bank. Stop in any of our 12 locations or contact us at mnpbank.com.
Oh, well, we're live finally, and why our title says Stuttgart and the Newport Greyhounds playing. We've already done that. We did that last Friday night. We're going to talk a lot about that ball game, but we apologize for the title. We don't know how to get it off there. Ben Black's on assignment elsewhere. He's not here. Hayden Schultz, Coach Brian Reardon, Josh Nation is over here. I'm David Black. We welcome you to Sports Unleashed. We're going to talk some Greyhound football, and we didn't get an opportunity to get the kids here today. We're going to go to the volleyball game, which we got canceled, but we totally support the other programs. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely, and the good thing is they want to go to it.
Yeah.
It's not like we're making them go to it. They love supporting each other. Senior class is a top bunch, and they want to go support each other. And so I didn't try to. I just told them to go to the game. And again, it got canceled, so thought about sending out a last-minute text, but there wasn't much time left.
Well, we do want to get into a couple of things. We're going to look back at the ball game for sure, and what a great football game it really was. But matter of fact, let's do that now. Coach, our football team continues to get better. Stuttgart's a quality football team. Just made a few notes. With 3:17 to go in the game, we have a nice little drive. With 2:16 to go, we trail 31-28, and we're onside kicking with a chance to win the football game.
Absolutely. At that point, I thought, if we get this, we're going to win. Because that last drive, we were leaning on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The kids believed it, the coaches believed it, and everybody was talking, let's get this onside kick, let's get this, we're going to win this ball game. You get it to the 50-yard line. 2 minutes is no timeouts, but really 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Right.
At the 50 with our passing game, and you're still able to run the ball with that much time left. You still feed CJ the ball here and there. For sure. Hope he pops one, but it felt like that was plenty of time to go down and punch one in, and just didn't get it, and that happens. We worked on that today a little bit, try to get a little better at that, and then that last play, they popped one, and I really should have just downed it out.
Right.
Give us a chance when they did that.
Sure, absolutely.
And I even kind of like Brendan Curry almost ripped it out. That's what I didn't even tell the kids to do that, but they did everything absolutely right. They went for the ball on a play that shouldn't have ever been run, and had I taught them, I'd have probably said, if you can't get the ball, let them score.
Right.
Because all they had to do is down out, the game's over.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, you're not going to get it back.
So now we had a chance. So I didn't coach them to do what all they did, but they did the right thing. And so they got that late touchdown, and then we did get the ball back, and we drove it, got that with 4th and inches, and just didn't get it. And of course, it would have been a long shot at that point. You had to score twice, but we had a chance. Great team. Stuttgart's, like I said, number 6, about as good a running back you'll see this year. I think we got a pretty good one too.
Ours is okay. Hayden Schultz, you made a couple of calls the other night. CJ Young, he was incredible. He got a good offensive line. These guys are firing off the ball. They're staying on their blocks. But sometimes a running back just has to, that old Frank Broyles used to say, be your own blocker or be your own back, and he's a phenomenal running back. Talk a little bit about him, Hayden.
Yeah, over 9 yards a carry. I was reading near 700 yards.
694, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he had 7 after the game, but 694, 7 touchdowns. We were talking beginning of the year. I mean, after the Osceola game when he hit for 2, I said, man, he gonna be a 2,000-yard back this year. And then you start doing the math, you're like, might be a 3,000. Seriously, I mean, if you. And probably not going to happen because I feel like once in conference, there's going to be some games where he'll only get to play half, and I'm not being cocky.
I hope you're right.
Or anything about that. But I really think there's going to be some games where he's probably going to get 10, 15 touches, and there's going to be a game or two where he doesn't get the carries and yards. But tremendous. And it speaks all about him and his character. I mean, a kid that's always had it. Heart. When you think of C.J. Young, that's a word that I would use to describe him. Heart. Kid refuses to go down. And, you think of him, and we're talking about this, of him being like a bowling ball type, real stocky. Guys, he ran off from left Stuttgart twice.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
that's not a slow team.
No! And so, I mean, that... If you're watching C.J. Young, if you're one of those college programs that are looking for a guy, and it doesn't have to be a running back, you can put this kid wherever you want. You want to play right guard, he'd be a good right guard for you. I mean, because he just wants it. So hats off C.J. Young, and a kid that deserves it. Known him since he was young. Yes sir, no sir. Smart, gets it done in the classroom as well, and then off the field, very polite.
Absolutely.
He's getting everything that he deserves and more. So I'm happy
University
for him.
called today. I said, well, I wonder when these phone calls were starting.
There you go.
I said, I've been waiting on this because a lot of the colleges saw him in the summer, and he went. I said, go to those camps as a running back. I've told this story many times. I told his dad all summer. I said, your son's going to be an all-state running back. We'll probably have to arrest him on defense. So I don't know if he's going to be all-state linebacker because of that. He could be.
Right, sure.
Depends. But he's going to help us win more ball games. What he's doing, obviously. I think y'all know that. Harding called, and it was like, I got the film. 248 yards, 3 touchdowns against Stuttgart. I don't need to know anything else except for I need to know about his character. I said, well, he might have a better character than he is.
Absolutely.
And I said, I've known him his whole life. I said, I can't give him a stronger recommendation. I said, if you don't offer him, you're silly.
Well, his work ethic is what really sets him apart. Not that other kids don't work as hard, but because he's a high character guy and because he's a great athlete, and then you put on top of that, his dad has pushed him. His dad has showed him how to work. Right. And this kid works. He works from the very beginning, Hayden. I mean, from when he was a little bitty kid playing in Pee Wee ball, he's always been a worker.
Yeah, and he also works at Subway too.
Absolutely.
That's another thing.
He was at work at 7:30 Saturday morning after rushing for 248 yards on 22 carries. So
unbelievable.
I was like, man, I wasn't up then. I was tired, and So yeah, and there's a lot of other kids on the team just like that. I don't want to get too much on him, but there's a lot of them that showed up that worked at Subway that early, and a lot of them that go to Sonic and all over the place. I think half the kids on the team worked Saturday.
Yeah, isn't it something? Yeah, and they have to work, and so that's the one thing that I've always said about Newport, Arkansas, and taking care of the kids. The kids, if they'll do a good job for businesses, the businesses will hire them. A Sonic restaurant, hires kids, and there's kids, athletes that are working there, and they're working all over the community. Just we've got good kids. We've got great leadership in place. We're going to get there, and the thing that you and I have talked about, we've talked about on this program right here. You said it from the very beginning. We're going to play 4. We could be 4-0. We could be 0-4. We could be 2-2. Be 3-1. You don't ever know because it was just. I mean, it's a tough non-conference schedule, and we've gotten 3 out of the way. Truman coming up. We'll talk more about them in a little bit. But I like where our football team is.
Nobody likes losing.
Right.
So let's get this straight. We got to find a way to win those close games. We did the first one, and then and I really think looking back now, I think in the kids, I told them today, each week we got better, but so did the opponents. So
right.
I do believe you were going to rank our opponents that we've played so far. Have been Osceola, BB a little bit better,
and
Stuttgart better.
Yes, I agree, totally.
And I said, which it's hard right now because I don't want to be 1-2 my first year as a Greyhound coach, but this is going to make us better. And I told the kids, I said, stay focused, see the light at the end of the tunnel. You got better every week, but so did the opponent, So we do got to find a way to win those games. We've got to clean up our special teams. If you were going to point a finger this week, it just that's not time to take off. They have to keep grinding in those situations. Got a little better on our 2-point conversions. It was 2 for 4. which is equals if you go 2 for
Sure.
4, you're good.
Yep, absolutely.
Should have been 3 for 4. Had that trick play. It worked. It was drawn up perfect. I just didn't hit it. I think it slipped. It got to rain a little bit. Slipped out of Dylan's hand. Dylan had an excellent game. Did well. But I think everybody sees where we're at, though. And that's good. The kids, the energy was high today. They hated losing. They expected to win that game. I was glad they didn't go down there and think, oh, well, we just played Stuttgart close at home. They were very, truly upset they lost that game.
When we had the mishap on the punt down there and they got the ball inside or right at the 10, 9-yard line or whatever, we had a chance to just say, well, they're going to score right here. Man, our defense comes to life. We hold them to a field goal. And I thought that was a big, big point of the football game when we held them when they only got 3 instead of 6 or 7.
I thought it was a big point in the season.
Yeah.
That's why I called a timeout. I said, this is huge right here. Are we going to lay down? Stuttgart teams can knock the top off you.
Absolutely.
Boom, falls apart, and then you're gone. Next thing you know, you look up and you're like, hey, you lost by 30 or 25. And I just called them out there. I said, this is a gut check for the season right here. How are you going to react? Some bad stuff happened back to back in that little situation there. And, so this is be really easy to lay down. That was, what was it, on the 10-yard line?
Oh, yeah.
First and goal. They bowed up, almost blocked the field goal, and they came off the field and then drove down and scored.
Yeah, right after that.
28-31. Man, I couldn't have been happier at that time. I just, I'm a positive guy. I thought, we're about to win this game. We're going to get the Suns. We're going to win this game, And they did too. So I hope I'm right on this. 5-6 weeks from now, I might look back at that moment and be like, they didn't lay down. They hadn't laid down yet anyway. I didn't expect them to. They bowed up and fought through it. And all these moments are going to make us better in the long haul. And we all know that. It's sometimes hard to tell the kids that because if you've lived so much life, you've seen so many situations.
Oh, sure.
Called experience. But I think they get it. The mentality today was good.
Well, sometimes the other guy wins. Sometimes that just happens, regardless of how Even if you're not only playing against an opponent, you're playing against perfection. You'll never get to perfection. You try to get as close to that as you possibly can. If you go on 100%, you say, well, I'd like to be 100% on every assignment and everything that happens in the game, and that's just not the way the game happens because those other guys are trying too.
Absolutely. They're 2 weeks removed from beating the number 1 team in 4A. They beat Warren. They went back and forth with Star City, which is a very good 4A school. And those 3 schools could probably play each other every weekend and be 50-50 games.
Right.
So throw us in that mix.
Hayden, what?
I say we're in the same category.
I would agree.
You throw us in that same mix and 50-50 every weekend. So we just got to get a little cleaner football.
Hayden, overall, just kind of give me your evaluation of our effort, our ball game, the ball game in general, and specifically about our effort.
Well, for sure, effort was there, and we talked about that last Monday. Was talking about everybody come out and support them because you won't go and watch and be like, man, they don't play hard because you can see it in every single one of them, and that goes for special teams. For everybody. If they get on that field, they play hard. Come up a little short. It was a team that probably top 5. They'll be a quarterfinal team more than likely in 4A. No such thing as a quality loss, But if you were to say that was a quality loss, that's a quality loss. That's a ball club that we talked about. A 3-point game,
right?
They get the 7, yeah. So, but it was a 3-point game, and it was a chance for us to win. And upset a team that were 14-point dogs.
Right.
And, nobody really gave us a chance going into that game. Definitely saw some things offensively that we did really well. I feel like we're getting better and better offensive line. And also you could see some new plays, some new things being drawn up. And Braxton being at quarterback, having to kind of throw some things that you might have done with Marshall for Braxton. Can't say enough about that kid. Sandlot guy.
Yeah,
he's
tough kid.
He's tough.
Well, he's an outside linebacker.
I saw him check in.
Our nose man. If we need him, yes.
He'll play wherever. So he really will.
I really thought from a quarterback standpoint when Isaiah ran the quick out and Braxton was coming left. And he just pointed at him and said, just go on now. And he threw it. He just threw a dime to him.
They stayed at practice every day last week. They were real comfortable. Had all that experience last year together.
There you go.
Real comfortable with each other. We expected it. we expected to go in there and be able to throw the ball on him. They didn't prepare for him. They didn't know what we were coming in at. Funny story. I like to I like to include people on everything. Price is a buddy of mine, Josh Price over there. And he said, you need to tell your quarterback next time. We prepared for the other guy all week. And he said, but we got to look and we're like, well, that kid's still on the roster. He played for him last year, so who knows? Maybe they'll stick him out there. He said he's over there putting in pregame. He said I walk over to him. I said, hey man, you used to play quarterback. How come you don't play quarterback anymore? He goes, oh, I am tonight. I went to the defensive coordinator. I meant to talk to Dylan today, but so Price goes to the defensive coordinator. He's playing quarterback.
Right.
Go make your adjustments.
There you go.
There you go. He goes, tell your kid. I said, well, the cat's out of the bag.
That's exactly
They
right.
had one opportunity to sneak up on but Dylan's a great kid, man. I love it. He played well, stepped up, gave some chances. I thought Isaiah had his best game this season as a whole.
Sure.
Special team plays, played solid defense. He made those catches when he needed to and did what he had to do with them. Made the best of them. Had a great over-shoulder catch. Just a lot of good to talk about too out of that game. So
I'm really impressed with the cohesiveness of the offensive line, number one, your defensive front, number two, linebackers that can run to the football. Not the biggest guys in the world, but starting with the linebackers, those guys will hit you.
Yeah, they're very aggressive. That's what you want, linebackers. Guys like hitting. Very aggressive. We worked on triggering immediately last week to stop that number 6 before we got going. And
Sure.
And you watched the first half. We were spot on stopping him.
Yeah.
We stopped him as well as anybody else had this year. And we did sacrifice letting number 3 have a little crease here and there.
Right, yeah.
We picked our poison, and you better pick number 6 because if you don't, he's going to put 50 on.
That's right.
He's going to rush 300 yards and 6 touchdowns. I'm telling you, you go watch the film against Star City and Warren. I didn't want us to be a highlight reel. And I think he had a good game against us, but I certainly wouldn't say it was probably going to be the top. If it's 3 games, it was his least amount of rushing yards, and by a long shot, I'd say I think he had 250.
Well, and again, we're in the game. We're in the game with a chance with an onside kick. And
when I'm talking to their coach afterwards, I said I had to sell out to stop your guy. You're going to beat. He said, coach, if people don't sell out to stop him, he's going to have a fun night.
That's exactly right.
So we said let the number 4 was our second best athlete. We thought, and then I said if number 3 beats us, then they're just a little bit better than us. And number 3 made the plays. Then when it came down to their third player, that's how D coordinators look at it. Stop him.
Sure.
4 had a few good plays, and you don't stop 6 again. Contain him,
right?
To not having a crazy night. 4 had a play on a pass. I think wish we could have back. So that is a little better. So he did. And not necessarily didn't affect the game a whole lot, but then the quarterback. And I told him, I said, your quarterback stepped up for you. I said that was the difference. That's what got y'all over the top. And he agreed. But that's how you got to do it. If you sit there and try to, when you have an elite D1 guy, you have to sacrifice somewhere else to give yourself a chance. And we did. Give ourselves a chance.
Rain affect us any at all, you think? Possibly? No, don't think so?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Maybe on that 1 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Because when it first started raining,
it's wet.
We had towels ready, I guess, and whatnot. Maybe. But no. It was wet. It was raining on them, too.
Sure was. Sure was. They got players that play, and it rained on them, too.
It rained on them, too. That's right.
But, you're going back to the onside kick and being in that situation, and I picture, as we line up for that, how you feel if you're the Newport Greyhounds and you're the favorite as the Newport Greyhounds and you got an underdog, got a dog here at our place, and they just score to make it 31-28 and they're onside kicking. And you're thinking, as the favorite at Newport, you're thinking, this is not going to be good. This is not. So, they had the pressure.
We were down 3, but I was so positive at that point. I said, I'd rather be me right now than him.
Absolutely.
I was like, I want to be him right now.
I was the exact same way.
Stomping us.
I said, I've been here before, and if you're in Stuttgart's shoes, you're going, this is not going to be good for us right here at home.
And the momentum just kept going back.
Yeah.
Right then, it was all in our favor, and I thought, let's get this right here. But good. It's tough to beat good teams. You got to do a lot of things right. So.
Well, we want to invite everybody to the ball game Friday night. It's here. It's at our home stadium. We need a big crowd. We're going to talk a little bit more about Truman, but we invite you to come. Hayden as a player and Brian as a player, how important is it to have a huge crowd up there hollering and screaming and yelling for the Greyhounds?
Oh, I got to come out of the helmet. I know you probably were the paper.
No,
you were the paper.
There wasn't any helmet back in our day. Breaking that old paper.
We got busted paper. We got busted paper.
We got to run out of that helmet. So, when you go out there and you get to see all those fans that showed up for you, it really means a lot. And the big games that you play, especially at home, are the ones that you can really look up there and you can tell the difference, the environment. Looking over the country club when you score a touchdown, there's guys over there standing on their golf carts.
Yeah.
Or you go to the old concession stand, you're going that way and score a touchdown, and there's just a sea of people lined up there. It's different. You don't find it anywhere else. We've been to hundreds of different high schools, and it's just different when you play at Newport. And you run out of that helmet, and you run down that field, you get to run on that turf, and you look up, and you just get to see everything. I mean, there's not another stadium in 3A, and then you throw in the fans. It's magical. I mean, it really
home
is.
game we've had, and I may be saying too, I don't know, but I think we might have had more people at that one game than Helena and Osceola and Stuttgart had at their home games that we went to.
Probably. Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, and what a great atmosphere for a game. I mean, at Newport, just
the energy just feeds.
Yes,
in. If you want to get all scientific, it literally does feed into your body, and you just feel it. So you're going to want. You're going to want to play harder. And I think at one point, I think we almost pressed too hard against BB. It was that whole lot of build up, and I think the kids relaxed a lot more last week. So I'm going to try to carry that over into this week. Just relax, enjoy that. I like it, but we were pressing. And me as a coach, it was my first home game. I think I was pressed. I mean, I was high strung, and that bleeds over to the kids. So we're going to be high energy, by God, but I got to be a little bit more chilled and make sure we stay chilled on the field and execute properly. So. Gonna be fun. Truman's a legit opponent.
Talk a little bit about these guys. What can you tell us?
Hoxie, the number 3 team in the 3A, they stayed in the game with them 4 quarters, lost by a touchdown. I told the kids, what else do you need to know? I mean, y'all know how Hoxie was in y'all's conference for a long time, and always good, well-coached team and whatnot. Truman's always physical. I'm real familiar with them. Also played them at Southside every year in non-conference. Junior high, we played them 7th grade, played them senior high. Played them across the board. I'm real familiar with a lot of the kids. They're going to be physical. They're going to be scrappy. They're going to be feisty. They're probably not going to match up with our athletes, but they're going to bring everybody in the box and try to play smash mouth football,
right,
and try to kill the clock and take away our speed is what they're going to do. And we want to play very disciplined football on defense, find our keys. What they run is called a single wing. Sometimes they'll stack up tight end, 2 wings, back over here, and try to just student body left,
right,
student body right,
yep,
and follow them around the edges. They're going to try to get you a little trickery, try to get you chasing backs in the backfield. It's just a whole different kind of opponent than Stuttgart, and they're absolutely capable of coming over here and winning the ball game if we don't do what we got to do.
Hayden, you've seen Truman down through the years. Did you ever play against Truman? Did you ever play?
Not.
I played against them many, many years ago. But anyway, talk about when you've got an opponent like that who you know and you compare with a Hoxie. I mean, talk about what it's like as a player to look ahead and knowing we've got a quality opponent right here and we know what they do. It's a little bit different. It's different than what most people do. How do you prepare for that?
Well, I mean, we played against a single wing or a double wing every year. It was always a non-conference or a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's totally different than kind of what everybody else runs. There's just a handful that still run it. And usually the teams that run it are really good at it. And when those guys are running it from 4th grade all the way up, yep, they know it like the back of their hand, and then you've only got 5 days, 6 days to really put in what you want to do and then how you're going to defend it.
You really have 3 practice days,
right,
to try to emulate what they do, and you can't.
No,
you can't do it.
The only thing that we saw success in doing was you just got to beat them at the line of scrimmage. It's hard for them to do any of that misdirection, motion, fake. They can't do it if they're in the backfield. Quarterback cannot hand the ball off. He's in the backfield, so that's going to be the big thing. Win the line of scrimmage, and I feel like all 3 games that we've done a really good job of winning the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. Big Abel and then Tyler Ridley playing against Stuttgart. I thought he had a tremendous game at a defensive end, and then you obviously know Jaden Godare. Guy who's undersized at the defensive end, but he just gets after it. So I think
Jeremiah's back too.
Good deal. He's back. Good.
He's gonna be our stand-up outside linebacker this week. Those are the key of the game, the front 5.
So we're gonna run a straight 5. We're just gonna walk down.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 outside linebackers are they got to get nasty. That's the key to the game.
That's it.
Talked to Tom Sears over at Hoxie. I said, "Man, you held him to 1 touchdown. Tell me your secret." He's them outside backers. The D-line got to bow up. I mean, you nailed it.
There you go.
He said they got to squeeze that C gap. They got to come hard. They got to be unselfish. And they might not make a whole lot of tackles, but get control in there, and that's what's going to come down to. The DBs have to not fall asleep.
Right.
Because they're going to sneak
They'll
somebody
lull
out.
you in,
tighter. Then there's a guy
They run right past you.
and then they're going to have to stay focused. So
Usually on that team, their centers are usually one of their best players because of him being so close and so tight. That was always kind of a point of emphasis. That guy's probably going to be their best O-line guy. Their guards are going to be quicker guys, trying to get out. So you just got to beat that guy. I mean, whoever's lined up in front of the center, you just got to beat that guy.
it's
It
pure
all starts
assignment
there.
football.
Absolutely.
It's like it makes you hyper focus on your assignment, and your gap, and everything you got to do.
Coach Neil Evans, the head football coach at Harding Academy, was at the ball game scouting Stuttgart because they played not this week, I think maybe next week. But anyway, and he sent me a message during the game. He said he was really impressed. Number one, he was impressed with CJ, but he said, I'm really impressed with the defense physicality. And he won't mind me saying this at all, but he's talking about how physical we were defensively and what he's seen. He said, you got guys that just get after it that are just good, hard-nosed football players.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's always been a mentality in Newport. But so when I went on as coach, it was my point of emphasis.
Sure.
At Southside, we're going to be the most physical team. We are going to be the most physical team. So when I came back, I didn't have to preach it too hard.
Right.
It
was there.
Everybody likes to hit around here.
Yeah.
So it hadn't been a problem. But I still say we could get more physical. What I tell them, I'll let you know when we've done enough. It's time to pull up. We ain't there yet, but I do appreciate the compliment, and mainly for the kids. Like I said, it's a lot of times that's either in you or it's not. But you could push.
You either can or you can't.
You can push a little bit more out of them, and we're going to keep working on that.
So tell us about today and kind of normal Monday and film day.
Yeah, probably not our kids' favorite day because it's we call it Mental Monday.
There you go.
Our kids are very high energy and they want to go all the time.
Sit them down and watch is not their cup of tea.
And I told them, and I said, you got to grind through this. This is one of the few teams I've been around. Some teams I've coached love Mondays. Like, what are you going to be just thinking? So, these kids want to practice.
Right.
They were, Coach, let's put pads on. Well, I think we're going to start doing pads on Monday. They are totally bored with Monday practices if there's no pads on. So when you go to different places as a coach, you can't just keep everybody in a box. That was the phone call I took before earlier with Josh. I said, why don't we put pads on next Monday? These kids, they're just bored out of their minds on Mondays. I said, we'll put pads on next Monday.
There you go.
That's why they're so physical.
Monitor and adjust.
They want to fly around every day in practice and knock the crap out of each other, and they pick each other up, and they're friends when they walk the locker room. I mean, that's just. Hey, I hope every year's like this.
I guarantee you.
I've had teams before I had to prod them into getting physical and wanting to practice and put pads on. These guys love it, man. So.
Well, we're looking forward to the ball game, and we just thanks to George Kell Motor Company and helping us with a new Wi-Fi system that we used the other night, and anytime you've got something when you're on the air and the folks at Stuttgart, I finally got to the right people that I needed to talk to, and of course, Coach Price told me, he said, I don't know anything about any of that stuff, and here's the people that you talk to, and Billy Longnecker, who's he's the IT director down there. He was just a world of help to us, and we thank the folks from Stuttgart. And of course, we had a little mishap there.
We got some pizza too.
You got pizza, yeah. Yeah. Coach Randy Deaton said, we got the pizza up here, boys. And
it was a little soggy when we got it because we were out in the elements.
I tell the Stuttgart people, I've always had good experiences outside of the game down at Stuttgart. I've never won a game down there. So
really?
We won a 7th grade game last year, but a senior high game. So
and we
like to keep them on schedule.
Right.
I'd like to keep them on schedule.
Oh, yeah.
I want another shot down there.
There you go.
We beat them before, but never down there. So that's on the to-do list.
And we were in the elements, but we chose to be in the elements. We could have been in the press box. It'd have been a little tight.
chose.
I chose. Well,
I never made the decision.
Somebody has to make tough choices, and there's only one person that can do that. And just
30 minutes before kickoff, there's a cloud up there. It's supposed to rain, David. Maybe.
I didn't know.
I hadn't seen the forecast, but I had no idea that it was going to rain what it did.
I didn't either.
Pouring down rain at halftime,
But
I tipped my cap to Austin Lane, said, "Bring us some pizza. I'm starving down here." And I didn't want to give it out from under that tarp that we had over us.
Say that again.
The tarp.
The tarp that we had over us.
The tarp that was over this part.
Well,
it wasn't over here. David's got a poncho
I didn't have anything
on.
over me, so.
I have a poncho too. Now, so what you're saying is that David was prepared, just in case.
David,
Just give me my kudos here.
David was prepared to keep the equipment from getting wet.
That is correct. correct.
I learned a long time ago as a coach to bring an extra change of clothes no matter what.
Absolutely.
And I got caught in Lone Oak in the same situation several years ago and got on that bus, and I was so sopping wet, and the bus was cold, and I was... So no matter what, I have a towel, and I thought there was zero chance of rain that night, but I still packed it. And I got it to the game. I broke my towel out and changed clothes and come right on.
Yes,
Gotta be prepared.
Gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. But Josh, let's do this real quick. Let's do the birthday report. I know you've got something else coming up. Whatever we got to do before the birthday report, let's play those real quick ads, and then I'll do the birthday report, and then we'll come back and finish up. Birthdays for the week. Today's birthdays: Tammy Bell Runyon, Suzanne Bowman Rudd, Christy Honey has a birthday today. And then tomorrow on the 13th, Melissa Kiefner has a birthday. Jonathan Welch and Judy Welch, both with birthdays tomorrow. On Wednesday the 14th, Zana Wooten, Billy Keaty with a birthday, Lathan McFadden. Miles Mendenhall has a birthday, Renee Fraser Ellis. Macy Grady has a birthday. Jesse Frost has a birthday on Wednesday. Charlie Epperson does as well. And on Thursday, September the 15th, Michael Reed with a birthday. Darrell Simpson with a birthday. And Andrea Lynn also has a birthday on Thursday. Friday's birthday includes class of 1974 graduate Randy Goad with a birthday. Vicki Williams, Crystal Daniels, Harmony Tarwater, Ashley Fortenberry, and Christy Bashirs. Shane Hinkle, Maxine Tarnow, and Gina Slagley D. Hart all have birthdays on Saturday. And Sunday's birthday, Dee Dee Bowen Stapleton and Amanda Reeves Goldman. Happy birthday to everybody from Two Chicks Florist and more. So, Josh, I guess if you want to come back to us, or we'd have anything to play, or to come right back to us.
We got Robert Turner and the Indians.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back to us, and we'll go to that for next, and we'll just get Josh all turned around right here. I want to mention the junior high football team. Big win against a 7A team in MacArthur Junior High, 7-6. We got another pick.
Oski.
Another pick for our 6 plus an extra point.
Three games in a row, pick 6 to win the game.
Yes, sir.
The box side, it sealed.
It sealed the game. That's right.
But it literally won the game.
Yeah.
2 games.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's a fun bunch to watch. They come out. Well, they're in Perryville this week. It's about a 2-hour drive on Thursday night. But if you want to make that drive, come on down. It's crazy, with this travel, and they've bumped it. The times are now. People need to know this. From here on out, it's going to be 5 o'clock, 7th grade, 6 o'clock. Junior high. The schedule doesn't say that.
Okay.
But that's
so if you're going for the 7th grade game, be there at 5, and just junior high, it's going to be at 6. Yeah.
6. That's what. So you're not getting home at midnight, 1 o'clock on a school night. So
right.
The kids like that because they get out of school a little bit earlier and they get home at a decent time. It works out. It's going to be tough on me as a high school coach because There's no way
You
I
gotta
can
coach,
even-
yeah.
I cannot make the 7th grade game, which is not good. I'm working with them personally, and I probably just barely make kickoff for the 6th grade. I'm sorry, 8th, 9th grade game, whatever. And then there's Yellville. I don't know that I can even make the Yellville game at all. I'm like, golly, I hate that. But if you can, go watch them. It's a fun bunch, very physical bunch, a smart bunch, and they got a strong. I mean, it looks like things are going to be good around here for a little while. Coach Morrison's staff doing a good job.
Oh yeah, they do actually.
And they're battling. And I want that. I'd much rather see kids win those battles than big mercy ruling teams. And it's hard to get better, honestly, when
Right.
mercy ruling teams every week. And I know there was a run that they did that for like 3 years in a row, and I'd much rather watch these games.
Well, when I got there, it was right after kickoff, and I looked at these kids from MacArthur, and I went,
Lord.
"Wow, man alive!" And I had not looked at the schedule, to be quite frank, and I thought, Who are we playing here? What, these guys are huge and they look fast and they're strong. And who does? Oh, Little Rock. I mean, Jonesboro, MacArthur. And I thought, oh, no wonder.
Their D line's the biggest D line I've seen.
They were
I've seen the
huge.
senior high D line.
They were huge.
Every one of them, they rotated another couple.
Yeah.
The same. I think guys are 6'2", 250.
Yes, sir.
I mean, yeah, big win. I mean, had to battle. That was a physical game. We sputtered on offense. They sputtered on offense.
They did too. Yeah.
It's a defensive battle.
Hayden, what do you think about that one?
It was a good game. I thought we had some chances to really open it up. Just missed a few plays, but like we talked about, I mean, those guys are trying too. Definitely, they had some athletes that you saw from MacArthur. I thought their quarterback did real well. Even the 7th grade game, I watched 12. Their quarterback.
Big old boy.
Jeez, I bet he's 200 pounds running quarterback.
Our
but-
kids were having to get 6, 7 at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We shut them out. I mean, that 7th grade bunch plays hard too. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe we shut them out. I mean, expected to win it, and we actually sat through film with them on Friday, and got a really good session out of a bunch of 7th graders. I was really
Wow, it's
surprised.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It showed them what we did good, what we did bad. I know you shut them out, but we wasn't perfect, and they're going to be good.
Anytime you get the opportunity to look at film,
It's big.
I mean, it's huge to find out and to show the kids here's what we did not only wrong, here's what we did right. Here's
Oh, yeah,
what you
you
want to
tell
do
them that.
every time. But then again, you have to use that as a teaching tool to say, here's what didn't go right for us, and going back to that 100%. If we could do these things right, we'll get at 100%. So
I'm getting at them at a young age because there was sometimes they made the play, like for example, outside linebacker coming, he hammers that tight end wing back into the play and doesn't make the play because he's a pretty good athlete, but
Right.
actually he had his head on the wrong side.
Right, there you
so
go.
I'm like, they're looking at me like, but I'm catching them young. I'm like, I know you made the play, but against another opponent, you might not if that guy was a legit, like a stuck
Technique,
back
yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
technique.
You get that head across, and now you're in a good position to boom. You seal the C gap. Now you fall in on the play. So it was a good teaching tool, and they took it to it very well. I know Coach Morse is handling the junior high with film, and they're getting a lot out of it. And senior high, and I'm a big film guy. I think it's just sometimes it's as good as a practice.
a couple of things I want to mention, and just I got this off the Facebook Newport High School Facebook page today. Last week in Greyhound Athletics, the boys golf team won second in their match. The 7th grade volleyball team split with Hoxie, and the junior high team won in 3. 7th grade football and junior high football both won against MacArthur, we just mentioned, and the tennis team won 3 singles matches and a double match. Go Hounds, proud Hound. It's always good to get good information there. And then homecoming coming up, and I guess we could announce the homecoming royalty. The homecoming is not this week, but it is next week, and it's a September homecoming, but it's in our schedule. We have to go on the road some after that. It was just the best time to have it done.
Yeah, it's tough to find it. I've done
No date's ever the best
I've
date.
done them at the end of the year, the beginning of the conference. You just there's
Got to pick a date.
You got to pick a date. So we're gonna do it first conference game.
And the homecoming royalty, Queen Mia Morgan, senior maid Emily Addington, and maid Lillian Harris, junior maid Olivia Hagewood, junior maid Avery Robinson, sophomore maid Aubrey Burns, and sophomore maid Tamara Morgan. And then Josh Drennan, Jacob Ozier, Jeremiah Godair, Brendan Curry, C.J. Young, Abel Robinson, Noah Curtis, and Callan Kratt will be the escorts. But congratulations to all of y'all. And as coaches, we always talk about homecoming is one of those times when, does it get in the way? It's just a different week, and it's not this week coming up, but we'll deal with that next week just to kind of look into the future.
Cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes,
but it's
sir.
fun for the kids, and I remember acting an idiot on my homecoming week, and Coach Keedy would It drove him crazy.
Yeah.
he would always get so nervous on homecoming week. And one year he invited me and somebody. But my senior year, we got in a little trouble my junior year. I'm going to tell that story on
Don't do that on the air.
Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
We got into class battles out. We battled in school with these competitions. It carried over into eggs and maybe some toilet paper and whatnot. We got a little trouble. And that next year he goes, "Rear and Junior crew is going to come eat dinner at my house tonight, and we're staying in."
Is that right?
And then I was like, "Oh man, I promise we'll be good." And he let me off the hook. He didn't make me do it. I was all good with going and eating, but I wanted to eat and leave.
Yes, right. We'll be there at 6.
We did better that year. We didn't act too bad. So if any of the kids are watching, y'all better stay at home that night, not do anything dumb.
It's a fun week. I mean, it's a fun week for the whole student body. And I mean,
And
they do some toilet paper, but you just don't want to get in any trouble and get somebody hurt.
No, as long as it's good, clean fun.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll have fun and deal with it. It's like everybody else does homecomings.
Absolutely.
So they'll have their week. We'll probably go to some homecomings, and they had to deal with that, and we didn't, so we'll see how it plays out.
You always hate to be somebody's homecoming point. You don't hate to be, but, you kind of go, oh, you picked us for homecoming, huh?
Yeah, we did 5 of them last year and won all 5 of them.
There you go.
We called ourselves the Homecoming Wreckers.
Is that right?
I think it was 4 of them. 4 of them.
Homecoming. Bring your Southside in here for homecoming.
Then we won ours, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's what.
I'd bring your Southside in here for some homecoming games.
I don't know how many people put Newport on their homecoming, but we'll see.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't think very many. I wouldn't think very many.
Sometimes it just falls where it matters.
Right, yeah. Yep,
the
date.
Make it happen.
That's it. Something about reloading here. Something, I don't know. We still on the air? I guess we are. But anyway, we got a couple of things coming up. Robert Turner's Plays of the Week, and then, of course, our ending of Sports Unleashed. And
you got to announce the hit of the week. Or you got to announce it.
I was waiting on you. I'm glad you reminded me.
I'm good at reminding
you. I appreciate you. I had a certificate. I meant to call Linda and say.
These kids, they want to know because
I know
they're arguing right each week.
Who do you think?
I would say on that interception, Karan knocked that kid's lights out on the sidelines.
What did I say, David?
Karan.
I thought the kid was done. And then he got up, and I was like, "That is," and I thought he's just playing like he's tough.
And I didn't get it on the highlights today either. I just missed it because I didn't have a time put down there for it. And it's so hard to look at.
Tavares, every game's got a big pop.
Yep.
He had one early, second play of the game. Wouldn't be opposed to that. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Those.
There were 4 or 5 of them.
It's already decided.
Okay, good. I don't want the kids to think. I told them I don't pick it because I.
No, we pick it. No, we pick it after the game.
They'd be ragging me about it. We got in an argument the BB week over Crichton Brendo's hit, that Brendan Curry right there at the beginning of the game, and I think Crichton won it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And there was a big debate on that one. It's fun, motivates them. I love it, man.
Absolutely. Fathead Pizza, Fathead. That's one word. It's all caps, and the collision of the week goes to.
Oh, you want me to announce it?
Yes.
Dun, dun.
Karan Spearman.
Really? Really?
I figured that had to be there. That was one of those ones you dream about. I used to Thursday night, you lay in bed, you just thinking about the
like it wasn't like that.
And that kid never saw him coming. Ow! Well, I was clean as could be.
Oh yeah.
Shoulder pad to shoulder pad, helmet in the right place. I was standing right beside it. It scared me. I was like, Lee Karan.
When we were announcing it,
kid popped up though. Hats off to him, man. He popped up, played the rest of the game. It was fine.
Tavares, his was early in the game, and I was like, man, that probably. And then it was Spearman did it, and you're like, it's a probably bigger hit. But we threw a pick. You don't really want, you don't want to get it to him on something that that we had a mistake. But then I was like,
but it's the hit of the week.
Okay. Like I told Karan, I said, the other team's gonna pick off our quarterback. You're gonna make it pay. I said, I like that.
There you go.
That's the way I look at it.
There you go. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight on Sports Unleashed, and watch us each and every Monday night. We didn't get to the kids here tonight. We'll have them back next week hopefully. And sometimes that just happens.
Wednesday, you doing your interviews?
Wednesday, we'll be going over and doing the cheer squad, senior high cheerleaders. That's correct. And
you said we. Am I going?
We meaning me and Linda. Linda and I will be going. And if Hayden wants to come, I would love to have you. Help me do some interviews. Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to be there? It's 4 o'clock. Of course, you don't get off till 5, but I could probably hold off the most important interviews until 5. So waiting on you. I mean,
ask those girls, wacky cake or cinnamon rolls too. Though.
Absolutely, I'm going to. I guarantee I'm going to. Hey, because I'm up on this challenge. I'm
You're
up.
doing better than I thought you would.
I asked the fans, hey, y'all like wacky cake, or you like, well, those people from Newport.
Yeah. They got to be from Newport.
Oh yeah, I mean they wouldn't understand it unless they're old Greyhound. We appreciate everybody watching, and we got a couple things coming up, the plays of the week, and then a little Sports Unleashed ending. And as always, until next time, folks, go Hounds.
11.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Snap. The handoff up the middle, and he's met.
Put him in the clubhouse, guys.
Once again, Tavares Davis, and a guy who's really stepped up for Coach Reardon at that outside linebacker position is Tavares Davis. Motion out wide. Here's the snap. Quarterback looks as he throws it up. He's hit. How about an Oski there for Colin Cripe?
Hounds coming out, show to be pretty dominant. There's another big hit there. Tyler Ridley, and the quarterback is slow to get up.
No moment's too big for him. Is the snap. How about Braxton to throw? Got Cripe open. Cripe makes the guy miss. He's got a first down, a little bit more. Is Cripe still on his feet? He's going to get brought down near midfield, and finally they're going to blow whistles. They couldn't get him down. Snap up the middle. Big power run. Give him 9 on the play. That's Pollard in at tailback. Now 1st and 10 from the 41. Going to go back to him. Trying to get outside. Cuts it back. He's going to be brought down from behind from Tavares Davis. Tavares comes from the backside, outside linebacker.
It's tough to make that play as the backside linebacker, but that just shows you that Davis can move. We have no score.
Here's the snap, trying to get outside as Hawkins has nowhere to go, and it's going to be a big loss. The snap, Braxton rolling out to his left. A little down, out, down, throws it up to Kendall. Kendall with a beautiful snag.
Couldn't ask for a better throw and catch there. Braxton kind of signals Kendall to go on up on the down, out, and down. Just great awareness by him, and Kendall just makes a move and cuts downfield. And, man, what a big first down there.
That's a Division I catch, boys. Hopefully for not too long. Snap, Braxton on 2nd and 10. Throws it out wide to Kendall. Kendall stiff arm and a first down.
That is a tremendously good Wi-Fi system.
Snap, give is to Young. What a hole there. CJ finally goes down near the 21-yard line, and that's a big first down here for the Hounds. There it comes. Give is to Young. Young's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Huge answer there from the Hounds.
3rd and 8's a tough task.
Yeah, big 3rd and 8 here for the Hounds. Snap, and the give is to Young. Young shoots out of there like a cannon, and it's a foot race, and it is going to go the distance. C.J. Young on 3rd down goes for 6.
78 big ones.
What a run, man. It's just like he just kept gaining and gaining and just getting right out in front of those guys. I mean, I thought they had him tackled.
Snap, Braxton dives out. It looks like he's in. 2-point conversion is good. We got us a tie ball game here. Another First Community Bank kickoff where community comes first as Andre Rodriguez tees it up. Trying to get outside here. And good coverage. Drennan almost had him down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds near midfield. Looks like Sampson. Along with Rodriguez on the tackle. Snap, quarterback rolling out to his right, looking to throw. There's a big lick by Curry. Put him in the clubhouse. I don't think it quite takes Spearman on that pick. Spearman on 2nd down, quarterback steps up in the pocket. He's hit immediately. That's B.J. Elston along with Tyler Ridley to bring him down for the sack. They saw something they liked. They're going quick. On 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. There's the screen. As Hawkins
tries to get outside. How about Jaden Godare with a big tackle there? Snap, and the give is to Young, makes the first guy miss. And how about C.J. Young? It's going to be another foot race for C.J. Young. 30, 20, 10, hit inside the 5-yard line. How about 3 in white for the Hounds?
Well, I said it last week. When you need a big play, you get it to a playmaker.
Pretty good, huh?
How about Young? Back-to-back runs.
That's incredible.
He's over 100 now.
Yeah, the last 2 runs.
Pretty close. I would say close to 2 now for the night. And how about Braxton? Just get behind that big old line as he's inside the 5 to around the 1. Games.
Under center.
Snap, Braxton. Hit. I'll wait for the touchdown.
Huge score there by the Hounds. It's going to make the score 20-14 Newport.
Now it's 3rd down.
Snap, give is to 6. 6 swallowed up by Brendo Curry.
Great effort there by Curry, along with Kendall in there to make the stop.
My good neighbor, Donnie Washington. The big 3 points for those guys.
Fielded around the 15. Kendall, and I see a late flag come in. Kendall yet again with another good return here for the Hounds. Fires it out to Kendall. Kendall with some room. Kendall across midfield into Riceburg territory at the 45-yard line.
It's going to be enough.
On 1st and 10, Braxton looks to throw, goes to Kendall. Kendall with a first down, a little bit more. As Kendall finally goes down near the 36-yard line. That ball was almost picked off as Kendall goes up and gets it. What a play there. So we have not seen Crite check back into the game. Snap, give is to Young. Young inside the 10, still on his feet. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
He's amazing.
What a job there, guys, by the Hound front to push and create a hole for C.J. Young to get in there. Puts the Hounds 26. Stuttgart 31, Hounds 26.
A lot of fighting these Greyhounds.
Guys, they ran the football. This would be about the time that we would have caught the punt if they wouldn't have thrown it. As look to throw, Crite's back in, 2-point conversion good. Hounds trail 3 here on the road with 2:16 to go.
It's not very fun right now losing two games in a row, but this is going to pay off in the long haul.
I just told Dylan that we're going to make a long run. We're going to get on a roll. We got a couple of home games coming up. We just need to go back to work.
Go back to work, man. It's a grind. Every season's a war, like I always say, and you got these battles and that you win some, you lose some. You just want to win a whole lot more than you lose, and at the end of the year, you just want to run through and win all of them. So that's the overall plan, man. We're trying to get better for conference play. Conference play is what matters.
We'll see you Monday night, my friend. And, congratulations on the effort tonight. We come up a little short on the scoreboard, but what a great football game that it was. And as always, go Hounds. This opportunity to thank all of our sponsors on Cable 15 TV, Facebook Live, Sports Unleashed. And that list is long, and we certainly appreciate all of them, or we wouldn't be able to put these programs together. Included in that list is C&M Ag Depot at 2900 Highway 367 North. Farm supplies, hardware, clothing store, power tools, you name it. Before you shop out of town, come see us at C&M Ag Depot. Dia Scrap Metal, buying cars, iron, copper, cans, brass, steel, stainless, electric motors. They buy everything and they pay in real money. Give them a call at 523-3858 for more information. Fletcher Land Survey, before you build that fence, make sure you have accurate boundaries. If you don't, you might mess up and have to tear it down. Give Kenny a call at 523-5625. Other sponsors include Fathead Pizza. That's one word and it's all caps. And it's the Hembry Brothers, Joey and Marcus. Great pizza, fresh, hot sandwiches, and the salad supreme that's second to none. You can call your order in at 870-201-1313. They'll have it ready to go. It'll be piping hot when you pick it up. Delta Trailer, been involved for 50 plus years right here in Newport, Arkansas. Dale Lee started this business many years ago in his backyard. And he built one trailer, and then one trailer went to two trailers, and then the third trailer, and then pretty soon it's a multi-trailer business, sending trailers all across the United States and Canada. These guys do it right, and let me tell you, there's no better family in Jackson County than the Eves family. And then also Temp Pro. If you need that air conditioner check, Sam and John Laster are the guys. Give them a call at 501-827-3213. And the White River Health System has the care you need when you need it in Newport and Batesville. In Newport, Dr. Randall Hunt, Dr. Nicole Lawson, and APRN Marlo Hargrave for your primary care needs at the Newport Diagnostic Medical Clinic. You can give them a call at 512-2500 for an appointment. Until next time, everybody, this is David Black for Cable 15 TV and Sports Unleashed. Thank you. See you next week.